Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back my glorious bannerman to another online battle on Call of Warhammer 1.6. So today we went ahead and jumped into a battle and kind of tried to do a battle of Blackfire Pass. You know, it's pretty hard to do in a mod like this, but you know, we kind of just, at the end of the day, got two massive Orc armies and two Empire armies and just let them clash really. So, prepare for some epicness, definitely. There's Bright Wizards, there's Shamans, there's Artillery, there's a Steam Tank, there's Ogres, there's Giants, there's Trolls. Actually, I lied, I don't think there's Ogres, but there's Trolls and Giants, so what more can you ask for? And a bunch of greenskins, so yeah, it's going to be pretty epic. So I'll quickly run through the armies. Like, I want to kind of get this done with really quickly and just jump into the action straight away. So, I've got 2 units of these Reichland Knights, or these Right Guards Knights. They're just super heavy cavalry. Then I've got some rocket artillery as well, which I really don't use very well. I kind of stick them behind my men and they need to kind of be in front of the men to shoot over. Then I have 4 or 5 units of these Empire Halberdiers with armor upgrades to kind of make up the rest of my kind of standardized line. Just a beautiful shot down there. Then behind them I go ahead and have 4 units of these Empire Swordsmen. You know, again, a pretty good staple unit to go ahead and guard my flanks. I have another unit of rocket artillery, which again just doesn't shoot over. I thought these guys would shoot over, but they just don't. But you know, lesson learned. I now know that the rocket artillery can't really shoot over infantry, so they kind of need to be separate by themselves to shoot, which next time I definitely will do. Then I have a unit of Bright Wizards, which is going to have an interesting kind of battle for sure. Definitely a different way I've seen Bright Wizards used in this battle. Then I have a unit of mortars, which again are just really able at kind of taking out large groups of men. Some more Empire Swordsmen. Then I have some dismounted Reichland, kind of, or Reichsguard behind them. Sorry, I don't know why I keep on saying Reichsland instead of Reichsguard. Behind them, a really solid unit. And one of these units gets into a really interesting engagement as well, so make sure to look out for that. Then for my general, I have a unit of these Warrior Priests of Sigma, because Apollo's kind of playing the role of Cole Franz in this battle very loosely, so I thought I'd go ahead and stick my general into a unit of Warrior Priests. And then finally, for my last unit, I have a unit of these Great Swords with armor upgrades on, looking epic in their plate armor. So Apollo's army is pretty similar, but he does actually have a siege tank, which looks glorious. Really nice textures and models, for sure. Then he also has more, like, he brought less artillery, but I also went ahead and kind of took that for him, and he got kind of more of a missile contingent. He got 4 units of crossbowmen and some longbow, or actually maybe he got some more Empire archers, who knows. So for his infantry, because he didn't really get majors or anything, he can go ahead and afford these dismounted Reichland Halberdiers, and the rest of his infantry kind of consists of these Empire Halberdiers. And then behind that he has some dismounted Reichsguard and some Empire Swordsmen as well further down the line. For his general unit, he has Knights of the Bull, which look very cool with their sigil on their shield, and these kind of like Viking, Hollywood Viking I should say, horns, as Vikings didn't actually have horns. And then he also has this epic unit, these Knights of the White Wolf. Really cool. It'd be so awesome if this was in a later game, or it's going to be in a later game when Total War Warhammer comes out, but it'd be so awesome if you could like dismount these guys and they're just monsters in actual melee combat off their horses. That'd be really cool. Like, even these horses just look epic. Look at them. The armor is beautiful, really is. And I really like the carving of a wolf into their shoulder pads. Really epic. And then to kind of finish off Apollo's army, he has some of these great swords. Less armoured than mine, but still epic nonetheless. So the enemy player over here, the Magnificent, he has just a pretty standard Orc army, you know, just hordes and hordes of Black Orcs and normal Orcs and Boar Riders. But he does have a really interesting unit, which I've never actually seen be used. He has these Goblin Fanatics, which I'm really excited to see actually get used. The rest of his army, again, is just more Orc Big Uns. You know, some more Black Orcs over there. Okay guys, sorry about that. I think the game crashes when I kind of keep the game paused for too long. So we're going to quickly run through the rest of this army and just jump into it, and hopefully no more crashes happen. So the rest of this Orc player's army, he kind of has 3 units of these Stone Trolls. 3 units, yeah, you heard me. 3 whole units of these Stone Trolls and a unit of Giants over here. Or is this 2 units of Giants? Damn, 2 units of Giants and 3 or 4 units of these Trolls. My god, he has a lot. I did not even see that when we were playing the battle. And obviously some Goblin Fanatics, which I think I mentioned. So, Indie Pride, who is playing as the other green skin player, has 2 units of these Orc Shamans, a bunch of Orc Big Uns, and a bunch of Black Orc Destroyers. He kind of brought a lot less Trolls. He brought 1 unit of Giants, which actually have some really interesting kind of face masks, which are really cool. Really cool, for sure. I'm actually going to go ahead and screenshot that. go and get that for the screenshot. So yeah, some really interesting Trolls. Got some more Stone Trolls, along with the Giants, and he also has these little like Night Goblin squigs, which are really interesting. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump straight into the battle. I think I'm going to go ahead and look from it from my point of view up here on this hill, just because kind of they're coming to us, so it's always a good place to kind of start. So my rocket artillery is loading, my mortars are loading, my bright wizards are getting ready to shoot, and when they start shooting we'll slow it up just so we can kind of see the impacts. You know, in a minute you're starting to come into range. Very slowly. You know, the Orc hordes are already jumping on. My mages are shooting out their fireballs. Actually a bit close to my own lines in all fairness. A few of them are getting deep into enemy territory. Damn, look at that them hits. Beautiful. I think these squigs are actually really good at taking out like heavily armored units, especially cavalry units. So they're going to be interesting. Oh my god, this is the money shot. So Indie Pride's artillery shot and killed my entire unit of Bright Wizards, and pretty much the entire unit of Empire Swords behind them. That's right, 1 shot just killed my entire Bright Wizard unit, and half of the Halberdier unit over here, and half the Empire Sword unit. More than half. There's only 34 of them left. My god, that was a money shot right there. An entire unit of Bright Wizards just got killed from 1 shot from his Shamans. Damn, that was brutal as hell. And that's going to really hurt us in this battle, because now we don't have any mages and they have 2 units of mages. So this is going to be really painful. So now the Orc players are kind of seizing the advantage. Oh, Apollo actually has some master engineers as well. I did not see these rapid handgunners either. So yeah, now the Orc players are going to kind of seize the advantage and just rush us now. No, I don't have to worry about the Bright Wizards, so they can kind of just really push up their entire line as best they can. Apollo is volleying out as much as he can. I really want to see what these rapid handgunners do, because I haven't actually seen them ever be used. Oh, they're just going to shoot out like a shit ton of arrows? What did that do? Oh, another shot with his mages. Doesn't do as well, just misses my men, thank god. So now you can see my center is looking really weak now. I've got like 2 lines instead of 3 on my Empire Halberdiers, which is just not good. Bringing back my archers now. Run up some swordsmen as well as they get ready to hold the line. So the actual infantry line isn't that scary for Indie Pride. You know, he does have some solid Black Orcs, but again, the majority of them are only Orc Big Uns. So actually, I think the handgunners did a lot of damage onto these trolls, because the trolls are actually very bloody already, which is good for us that they're super bloody. Let's go and slow it down now, because the battle's definitely commenced, so we want to go ahead and make sure we get some really nice action shots. So the Black Orcs are moving up along with the Sprogs. You can see as well, I got a nice downhill charge on these bad boys, and I think I was the only one who lost men, so these things are definitely good at killing cavalry. That's for sure. So there's Black Orcs on the flank, which is a really good move. They're going to be a nice unit to kind of come around the flank and hurt. I'm trying to turn my rocket artillery to help out. You can see back there, but he's doing a good job at charging it. Getting his Black Orcs along the line. I love how they're just so much taller as well than my Empire men. Arrows come flying in overhead. But you know, even though my center is very depleted, they're still holding their own. They kind of managed to fight off the first unit, sending these Orc Black Mountain boys back to whence they came. You know, because that's kind of a smaller Orc unit. You can kind of tell how long the Orc's going to stand just from its size. You know, if it's a pretty big one, it's probably going to stand for a long time. So Apollo goes ahead and helps me out by sending in some of his warrior priests of Elric. Some really nice infantry, 2-handed warhammers. What more can you ask for? And he has his siege tanks shooting him beside. Oh, Apollo actually managed to take down both of these trolls. So real good job by him. We'll check down Apollo's flank now. His Reichsland Guard, oh, his Reichsland. His Reichsguard are definitely doing an amazing job at pushing back with these Black Orcs. A really solid unit. Much better than, you can see kind of the difference. The Empire infantry, the Empire Halberdiers have kind of got very close against these guys. God, what the hell is that? Oh, it's the Fanatics, I think, are actually killing a lot of their own men. Or at least knocking them up because they're jumping into battle. Or hopefully they're killing them. I'm trying to see. I think they're just knocking them up. But yeah, you can see like the distance. The Reichland infantry are keeping the Black Orcs at a much greater distance than these guys are. So we'll just quickly run down the rest of his line. You know, they should be doing a good job against these Orcs. Especially with all the cavalry coming in as well. By the looks of it, on this flank is where the Wolf Cavalry is in. Fighting some Black Orcs, hopefully doing a lot of damage to them. The Stone Trolls are going to come in though. And just get smashed that. Oh my god, they're just sending them flying. See you later. To the White Wolf Cavalry. For sure, just sent them massive. You know, if this was Total War Warhammer, they'd be going flying, I'm sure. You know, only 2 months now as well. Literally 2 months to the day I'm recording this till Warhammer's out. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. The Warrior Priest is still saying, forward men, forward. Oh, that's really cool as well. It's actually moving as well. That is epic, for sure. Halberdier is actually facing the wrong way. Not really sure what they're doing. But, you know, he's done a really good job at kind of clearing this up. The steam tanks involved on my flank as well. Brilliant. Just running over all these Orcs. Throwing in my Warrior Priests as well. But at the moment, my Halberdier line is holding, at least on the centre. You know, on the centre and the left flank, it's holding. The right flank is not so much holding. You know, this is mainly because this is where Indie Pride decided to commit a lot of his elite troops. So, you know, committing his elite troops on one flank really just put the pressure on this flank. You can see he's already starting to get a nice flank off. He has his giants and his stone trolls coming round, and I don't really have anything else to kind of stop him. You know, I have some archers, which are about to get devastated by stone trolls and giants. Oh my god, man, they're just not going to survive. It's just not going to be good for them at all. So they're getting wrecked, and he's kind of bringing around the rest of his men. I do have some Reichland. Oh, Reichland. My god, what is wrong with me today? What is wrong with me? Some Reichsguard here. Kind of getting surrounded by the Sprogs, but you know, these aren't going to be doing that much damage to actual infantry units. I think they're a lot more deadly against horses. I actually know their charge was pretty decent, that's for sure. And I'm starting to get a bit surrounded over here. My dismounted Reichsguard over here are getting a bit. Oh, you see the giants just smashing people away as well. My Reichsguard are starting to get a bit surrounded. I'm trying to help that out by sending some more Empire Swordsmen. This is the Empire Swordsman unit, which I think got hit by the artillery from the beginning of the game. So just going to go ahead and try and support my lines. Obviously fighting these Black Orcs are going to be pretty difficult for me. And I'm trying my best to get my rocket artillery to shoot, but they're just not wanting to shoot. I think maybe because my own men are in the way. But you know, if I could start getting some rocket artillery into the side of these Black Orcs, I could have really done some damage. So again, these giants are just having a field day against my archers. Going to try my best to stop that by sending some great swords in. You know, I thought I needed to send an elite unit in to try and deal with these guys. You know, my great swords are that. My great swords are a really, really good unit. So sending them into battle is a really good job. And I also went ahead and sent a unit of my Reichsguard mounted knights to go deal with his artillery. Because after seeing how much damage it did in the first shot, I did not want it to carry on shooting. And maybe this was a bit of a mistake from me. You know, getting rid of these guys looks very tempting. But again, you know, once we're all kind of committed into the battle, they're not really going to be doing too much. So kind of committing an entire unit of Reichsguard away from the battle instead of maybe getting some rear charges off or something, maybe wasn't the best plan by me. But you know, sometimes you make decisions and they can be debatable whether either way they go, if it was a good or bad decision. My warrior priests are coming around as well because I really don't want to get outflanked by these stone trolls, so I'm having to bring them away. I'm even mortaring my own units now because we're just so surrounded that I'm just trying, you know, friendly casualties. If I kill men, you know, so be it, as long as I kill more of them. So again, my Reichsguard are starting to get more and more encircled. Trolls in the background. How is Apollo holding? You know, we definitely want him his left flank with his warrior priests. They're definitely helping me out. I'm getting my halberdiers on a nice charge on the back of this dude's bull riders, which I think he kind of just kind of forgot about. So I'm going to be able to kill them really effectively. Steam tank still shooting down my line. You know, Apollo's doing a really, really good job. He's definitely holding back his opponent. Winning on a lot of these flanks. You know, he still has a lot of these giants and stone trolls to deal with, but they're looking very bloody, you know. They could very, very easily go down with a few more hits. You know, when you start seeing them getting bloodied up, you know they don't have many hit points left. So Apollo, you know, is dealing with these trolls very, very effectively. He's got his great swords up against so many orcs. Look at that. That's just a horde. Good luck to them. That's for sure. But, you know, again, you know, Apollo is starting to get a bit surrounded. Oh, beautiful. Sending them flying. You know, he is starting to get a bit surrounded. Got this Reichland unit trying to hold off. Got some more swordsmen coming back. Or some dismounted Reichland units. And I think he also went ahead and brought the unit of spearmen from the war altar as well, to go ahead and help support his line, because he is starting to get a bit overwhelmed. You know, but the actual numbers of the greenskins are really starting to add up. Obviously over here he's done a very good job, but he needs to be careful. He's about to get outflanked from that charge. But again, you know, these aren't just normal Empire infantry. They're elite dismounted Reichsguard, so they're going to be doing a fairly decent job over there. But God, the trolls, there's so many left. There really is. Some Knights of a Ball as well. We haven't really seen too much of it from this cavalry, but that's just because I haven't been looking. I'm sure they've been doing plenty. Harassing, getting some nice cavalry charges off. I wonder where the rest of his cavalry is. Probably around here somewhere. That's for sure. Yeah, you can see a lot of dead... Oh my God, a lot of dead horses over here. That's not too good for us. Up on this hill, and the giants and the trolls just going in. But again, they're bloodied up, so this could definitely turn in our favour. At the moment, it's not looking too great for us. But, you know, winning on this left flank's really going to be useful, because it's going to kind of free up a lot of our men to kind of swoop round. Oh my God, see you later, boys. So I'm also bringing my general around. You can see my general's been fighting for a long-ass time now, so he's starting to get a bit tired. He's still eager, ready to win, but defeat does seem certain, which is not good. My Reichsguard as well, down to 52 men. Just being overwhelmed by all these orcs. My great swords are finally starting to fall now. The magician. I wish I had a magician left. The magician. God, what the music man? I can't even remember what the dude's called. The musician, not the magician. God, I just had the dumbest brain just fart there. He's got back up though. God, look at him go. Look at him go. Slicing that troll in the stomach. MVP, man, MVP. So my right flank has definitely gone, apart from this one unit of dismounted Reichsguard. You know, there's still 52 of them left, so we'll go ahead and come back to them in a second. The Black Orcs now, though, can start running down my battle line. You can see the devastation the Orcs have caused. And if they can actually start getting into the flanks of my halberdiers, they're just going to be doing so much damage. The Giants are onto the rocket artillery. Apollo's going to get a pretty nice charge off on these giants. But the thing is, with these large units, you need to just try and tie them down as best you can. Because if they can run out like they're doing now and just send people flying, this doesn't do any damage, but it knocks them up and stops them from hitting. So you really just need to get a lot of units, tie them down, and kind of just allow your men to hit them and just do damage. I think by the looks of it, they're going to be running into these crossbowmen. Reload, men! Reload! I feel like that's what their commander's saying to them. And then at the last second, we lost, boys. Oh, they're going to shoot. They're going to shoot. Oh, a few of them volleys off, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Damn, look at that. The numbers just going down, I'm sure. Sending them flying. The warrior priests are like, come back here. That was a really nice charge. The warrior priests want blood, though. They're like, these giants are mine. In life or death, I will take them. God, look at the Giants' epicness right there. Really, really nice models. I can't praise these models enough. The Giants look like one of the best units in this mob for sure. They just look spectacular. So, it's not looking too good for me on this flank. Not at all. Oh no, on the left flank it's looking pretty good. I'm getting some Empire Halberdiers along with my warrior priests. You know, with their two-handed warhammers into battle. Doing plenty of damage. My Reichsguard have been fully surrounded now. 45 of them left. Trying their best to push back the enemy. You got the commander there as well. With his two-handed sword. Trying his best to push them back. Lead his men to victory. Being attacked from every angle. You can see the death from my Empire swords over here. The Black Orcs are starting to come into the flank of my halberdiers now. I'm trying to reform because I saw this charge coming. So I was like, damn, I'll leave these warrior priests to kind of defend that. and allow them to charge my flank over here. And at this point, I'm begging Apollo. I'm like, Apollo, if you've anything to send, please do. Because at the moment, the kill-wise, it's fairly similar at the moment. 72 allies killed and 75% of the enemy killed. So we actually killed up more percent of their army than they have of ours. But they still have a lot of trolls, a lot of giants left. I get a nice charge off here in the back, but Indie Pride does see this and actually send his men to go stop this. Kind of turns his men round to attack, which was a pretty good move. But I get my Reichsguard in, they whip out their swords and they start going to town on these Orc Biggins. Again, my Halberdiers over here will be able to hold the line pretty effectively as long as I don't get outflanked. I also have another unit over here kind of just protecting my flank. And you know, having Apollo's warrior priest as well over here helping me out is just gonna give us that glimmer of hope. If they can kind of help outflank me, you know, because at the moment I've kind of created a nice little bubble around my men. The steam tank just getting a really nice volley in there just as my men pulled out. That was perfect shooting, you know, the line of sight right there is absolutely perfect. The giants are still fighting away at the Empire crossbowmen. Some of the stone trolls have fallen, but there's still plenty of them left. But you know, Apollo's definitely cleaning up his side. There's a few giants running around, a few trolls running around. But Apollo does look like he's going to win his side, that's for sure. It's just mine. I just need my men to hold for Apollo to do this. As long as I can keep Indie Pride busy, there might be a glimmer of hope. Apollo might be able to win the day on his side and then kind of reform and just have enough to go ahead and deal with the remaining Orc forces. Damn, this is an epic battle so far. We've had some really, really cool artillery shots. So many trolls. Just smashing so many people. Look at them, just in the back as well. I'm not really sure. Oh, they're after these one Black Orc, damn. Oh, there's two of them left. One over there, he just got sent to the grave. The one left. Please turn around and kill these trolls. There's our only hope. The archers are not having a good day of it. These halberdiers, though, have done very admirably against these savage orcs, that's for sure. You know, over here as well, the right flank is going very well. Apollo's starting to win over there. Just has to deal with these trolls. Oh, is he going to swing? Is he going to swing? Oh, it's just going to go and walk into them and kind of disrupt the enemy. So Apollo's doing a very, very good job at kind of winning his side, killing the majority of the infantry. And I think that's the Orc player on Apollo's side is now dead, the general of the Orc player. Oh, that's going to be brutal if he gets a good charge off. Oh, yes, he does. But he doesn't actually do any damage. Thank God for that. That's going to really help Apollo out. So let's go ahead and check back in with my Reichsguard. Damn, they are just being surrounded. 35 of them left. But they've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for a good 5 minutes, I think. And they've been surrounded that entire time. The last stand of a Reichsguard. The captain's still alive. I like to think he's an epically trained fighter. Can he hold back this many orcs? Surrounded by Orc Biggins. Surrounded by Black Orcs. But he is leading his men. His men are rallying to him. As long as he lives, the men will fight. And Apollo gets an epic charge into the back against these Orc Biggins. Starting to clean up over here as well, along with the warrior priests. They're really, really helping us out on the flank. You know, I'm pushing more onto the rest of the Orc Biggins with my warrior priests. But again, they still have the trolls. They still have the giants alive. That's our main issue. And our infantry is starting to get whittled down, which is just not good. You know, this is pretty much a full strength unit from Indie Pride. There's no blood on any of these guys. The same with his trolls as well. You know, there's barely any actual blood from them. You know, maybe they have the enemy blood on them, but there's no blood from them actually on their body. So it kind of suggests that their hit points are fairly high. And Indie Pride's, you know, deciding that he needs to go ahead and deal with these warrior priests. And at this exact moment, I'm like, Apollo, your warrior priest. Apollo, please look over here. Because he was obviously looking at his army. I was like, Apollo, and they just turned round. But it's no good. The warrior priests just get absolutely devastated. Smacked about. They lose about 5 or 6 dudes there. And now their formation is completely disrupted. And these stone trolls will just go to town. Empire spearmen trying to hold off their halberdiers. The Reichsguard are still holding. The captain is still alive, rallying his men. God, look how big this battle is, the scale of it. And now really I just don't have much left. I have these warrior priests over here fighting the trolls, trying to take some down, because we've done a good job at killing a few of these guys. There's only, I think, 2 of them left now in this unit. And the steam tank whiffing a shot there. And there you go, my general is finally down. He was taken down by a troll unit, which is just going to spell disaster for my army. The rest of my halberdiers are about to break, and it's just this unit of this unit of warrior priests and this unit of dismounted Reichsguard, which are starting to fail. The captain has been separated from his men, and that's not going to be good for him whatsoever. His men need to rally to him and kind of get through that line, but it does not look good. Oh, the steam tank helping out with a wonderful shot. Apollo has pretty much won his side now, though. There's not much left. His kind of archers and the remainders of his infantry are doing good damage to these trolls, definitely taking them out. But again, the question is not that if Apollo can win his side, but if he can reform and get ready to go ahead and push back the rest of Indy Pride's army. Because you can see, Indy Pride still has these units of giants. He still has a unit of these stone trolls. You know, still a lot of these orcs. They're very depleted, but, you know, so are our armies. Got the captain just taking pounding. Go. I feel like we're kind of following this captain in this battle, because he is just getting smacked up now as his unit starts to fall apart. Only 14 of them left now, and he is just getting smacked. I don't want to go ahead and miss his death. I'm not sure when his death happens, but I just don't want to miss it. And Indy Pride also has another unit of these stone trolls all the way out here chasing my archers. So there's still a lot of enemy left. The rest of Apollo's knights are trying to move over and help me out as best they can. But it just looks like my infantry is going to fall to pieces now. There's just not enough of it left. Along with the rest of the stone trolls, I'm pretty much out bar this one unit of Reichsguard, which are doing the best they can. I mean, there's not much left for them to fight. And the captain's still alive with his two-handed sword, smacking away at these shields. But the Reichsguard, there's only 9 of them left, and they're against a good like 50 odd men. But look at the death and destruction over here. So many dead orcs, that's for sure. Whereas, well, if you go here, there's a lot of dead Empire troops, but let's ignore that, hey? So by the looks of it, they're going to go ahead and clean up the rest of my men. I don't really have anything left now apart from my dismounted Reichsland. So it's all up to Apollo now. If he can win the day, if he can kill these trolls and deal with the giants, then maybe the day will be ours. The steam tank's about to start getting smacked by these troll units. But this is giving Apollo ample time to kind of deal with the rest of these trolls and also go ahead and kind of reform for the rest of Indy Pride's infantry, which I'm sure are about to come clashing in after he's dealt with me. So there we go, we missed it. The captain died amongst the dead, but they put up an amazing fight. They fought to the death like true soldiers did. So now it's not looking too good. We'll go ahead and put it back to normal speed. Damn, we were actually playing on half speed, and I still feel like I missed a lot of the action. So yeah, that's my army completely defeated, bar this unit of archers I have over here. But everything else is pretty much routing now for me. So it's all up to Apollo now. If his troops, oh my god, that looks so cool. If his men can hold back the trolls and the giants, because that's pretty much all that's left is just trolls and giants. There's no real black orcs left. There's like a few of them, but not really. You got this lone horseman in the background. Damn, this is such an epic battle. Look how cool he looks. Just like, yeah, I know, I got a Warhammer on my back. I don't care. Damn, this is such an epic battle. Now you've got the rest of Indy Pride's trolls coming in. God, they just have so many trolls. They really do. The Empire line's trying to hold though. But here we come, some more stone trolls. Damn, oh my god, what a word. That's amazing. Look, his lone rider chased down the enemy general. That was epic. It really was. It made us miss the stone troll charge, but that was still epic nonetheless. Look at him just running away like, yeah, I killed him, whatever, not even caring. So kind of now it's just down to this last resistance, this last pocket of resistance. The rest of the Black Orcs and the Giants are coming over. Apollo does have some of his cavalry left though as well. You know, these guys can still do some damage if they get into the right situation with their hatchets. So they're going to go ahead and get a nice charge off on these Orcs, or they not? No, they're going to get counter-charged. And they got slaughtered there, my god. They got cut down by these stone trolls. See men flying in the background. The trolls are coming in now to cause utter devastation. Look at them. Oh, brutal. Just running through there, throwing men left, right and centre. But you know, this is kind of the last fight, the last two pockets of Apollo's infantry. This is all that remains. But you can see, look how many stone trolls there are. So many. It was a good like 14 stone trolls plus these giants. Oh my god, brutal. Look at that. A lot of these guys will get back up, but still, it still disrupted a lot of these men, you know, kind of kills the formation. And it's not looking good for us, Empire. Oh my god, and again, just cycle charging with the trolls. You know, the banners are starting to go. The warrior priest is like, come back, you cowards! Still looking off into the abyss. He's kind of just oblivious to all this action. He's like, all my men are dying, but I'm looking off into the distance, hoping for a greater future. You know, he's just off in his own little trippy world. He's probably took a lot of LSD or something. I mean, to be fair, I think he'll need it after they've done killing all these men and capture him. Because it's not looking good for Apollo. He's only got his Reichsguard left and a few units of dismounted Reichsguard halberdiers left. The rest of the Orc boys are turning up. He does still have his one knight left now, though. Coming in, still actually doing a lot of damage on that charge, killing an Orc, smashing his head in two. I don't think you'll be able to do it though. How cool would it be? Oh, there you go, he's down. It'd be so cool if you could just dismount him in this game. It'd be really, really cool just to dismount some heavy knights. And then being able to perform just as good as normal infantry, even though there's a lot less of them. That'd be really epic. So the destroyers are going to come in and kind of pretty much just finish the day. That's pretty much it. The trolls will have their day. But before we go ahead and watch the end of this, I'm going to go and slow it up just so we can kind of look at the devastation of this battle. Just the scale of it and how epic it was. So there's a nice little engagement over here with his knights. I think Apollo actually lost a lot of his knights over here, unfortunately. I guess it was against the stone trolls, maybe. Some more death over here. Load more of these knights. It's really unfortunate that maybe they got caught off. So Apollo's general finally dies to the stone trolls as well. We'll just keep going down this line, because this is where Apollo racks up a bunch of his kills. Over here against all these Orcs. You know, because the player Apollo was playing against, the Orc player Apollo was playing against, he brought so many trolls, his kind of actual infantry were a lot cheaper. So they kind of died a lot more effectively against his infantry, whereas Indie Pride brought a lot less trolls and giants. So kind of his infantry was a lot more solid, a lot more Black Orcs and stuff. So more of his archers as well. Damn, there's like just 6 Night Goblin archers just chilling. And you can see just the massive death on my side. Humongous amounts of dead bodies, loads of Orcs. This little area on this flank was just not good for me whatsoever. There's hardly any dead bodies over here, which aren't mine. And then you can see, you know, the Reichland's last stand. How cool would it be if you just had the captain with his two-handed sword just emerge? There he is. There's his body in the center. But he did a very good job. Look at all that death. He did an amazing job. So yeah, there we go. It was a close defeat. The will of men failed today, but it is not the last day. We will replay this battle, I'm sure, and hopefully the Empire will come out on top. So congrats to Indie Pride and his ally for winning the day. Let's go and look at some kills. See if any of my men really got any large amounts of kills. Not really, in all honesty. I kind of let Apollo down in this battle, only killing 835. which really sucked. I definitely should have done better. I think my main mistake in this battle was the rocket artillery. I kind of brought them, they're kind of expensive, and they just got wrecked. The same with my mage as well. I spent a lot of money into my bright wizards, and as you saw, they just instantly died. Like, that was crazy. One shot from the shamans, and I just lost 15,000 gold, plus half of 2 units, so basically another unit of halberdiers just gone. That really hurt me, so massive props to Indie Pride for getting that shot off, for sure. Apollo did really good killing 1,400. Indie Pride killed 1,500, but I think that's just mainly because of my men just dying. He just raped me over there, that's for sure. And then the other player killing 1,100 as well, which isn't too bad, nothing to sniff at. That's for sure. God, he brought like no men. We brought larger armies than the orcs, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this battle. Make sure to check out everyone's channel in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. And fish out.